This video was made possible by Clear. The first 200 users to sign up with the link in the description box will receive a free, exclusive 3-month trial of their expedited security services. So I can already tell what a lot of you will be saying. We have reached the scariest point of this economy week because it's time to fly United. And honestly, I have had very bad experiences with them, but when I was little, Continental Airlines was my favorite airline. So I still have a little place in my heart for that livery and Newark Airport and maybe some aspects of United. So I was so excited to try them, review 2 flights for this video, one on the 757 in Economy Plus and one on their 777 domestic configuration, which was a very interesting experience. So keep on watching if you want to see what United was like, and enjoy the video. So as you might know, United flies out of Newark Airport in the greater New York City area. The airport is a mixed bag, though I in many ways prefer it to JFK. The one huge drawback is that Newark does not have Clear yet, meaning that security lines are huge for everyone, regardless of whether you're in a premium cabin or not, or if you have TSA pre-check. The lines are consistently ridiculously long. Apart from that, the airport is actually nice. The AirTrain drops you off right by the security part of the terminal, and the rest of the airport has good food and big windows. Boarding for my flight was scheduled to start 50 minutes before departure, and for once, this was accurate. By the time I decided to approach the check-in desk, it was 30 minutes before departure, and they were already calling for final boarding, which was ironic since the jetway was still filled to the brim with passengers. It took a good 10 minutes before I was on the aircraft, which was completely sold out. Sadly, the 757 has seen better days, and the small overhead bins couldn't handle most of the carry-ons passengers had brought on board. I heard the ground crew saying they had to gate check 60 bags. I took my seat in Economy Plus for this flight. United offers reasonably priced Economy Plus seating, which is also free for United Elites. The legroom is fantastic, but I never reacted to the 757 seat being so narrow before. I tried out the regular economy on the second flight, so don't worry. I was unlucky with my seatmates as well, which perhaps contributed to the discomfort. The woman sitting next to me was absolutely wonderful and we chatted for part of the flight, but unfortunately she took up a lot of space. And the lady seated in the aisle was probably around 80, so she wasn't the ideal seatmate if you need to go to the bathroom. Suffice to say, I avoided having excess liquids on this flight. This day was filled with delays in Newark, and many flights were cancelled. Luckily, the 757 is great in bad weather, so we departed with a ground delay of only about an hour. Once in the air, I checked out the entertainment system. Oh boy, American Airlines sure beats United in this category. There were no classics, the map was super basic, and the content choices were just limited overall. Soon enough, the meal service began, and the hardworking flight attendants set out to serve the full aircraft. My vegetarian meal consisted of a dish with chickpeas and a non-dairy dessert. Although it was tiny, I loved the flavors and was impressed overall. For the rest of the flight attendants consistently came around the cabin serving water and drinks, which was much appreciated. They also kept the temperature on board perfect. I spent the rest of the flight working on the reasonably priced Wi-Fi, which was decently fast. Soon enough, the crew came around with a second snack. This time, the food wasn't quite as good and frankly tasted a bit off. It was also served in a plastic bag, which says something about United's desire for good meal presentation. The crew were clearly overloaded given that the flight was full, so they made 3 mistakes with my drink orders, but in the end it wasn't the biggest deal. I just appreciated that they had the patience for the large crowd. After the second meal, I took the chance to recline my seat and catch some quick shut-eye. I slept really well with a combination of great recline and the adjustable headrest. In my last video, I explained a little bit about what Clear is. Basically, it's the fastest way to get through security in the US. Even the sign-up process is fast. If you're one of the first 200 to sign up using the link below or code DANTORP, you will have an account within minutes. Then, all you need to do is go to the Clear kiosks next time you're flying and sign up. The process takes your fingerprints and some information to easily register you in less than 5 minutes. Once you're done, you can just scan your finger and you're ready to speed through security for months or years to come. Best of all, the Clear staff is incredible. Everyone is so kind and funny, they really create a relaxing start to any trip. After a layover in Lima, which I'll tell you more about in my Delta review, I flew Delta back up to New York, which you'll see in the next video, before catching this United flight from New York to San Francisco. Compared to Delta, United is great with enforcing their boarding policies and makes sure everyone boards in order. However, my specific gate was a huge mess, and all the lines formed one gigantic, chaotic lump. The different boarding groups eventually managed to make their way forward and board as assigned. I thought it was funny that United was playing pop music in the boarding area, similar to Virgin America. Once on board, I headed to my seat at the back of the plane in a row with just 2 seats as opposed to the standard 3. Major life hack alert. Choose these seats whenever you can. The legroom was incredible, almost as good as Economy Plus, and there was tons of room on the side of the seat as well to store things. While I'm disappointed that I didn't get to compare the regular legroom on United, which is usually on par with American in my experience, it's good to know that normal economy passengers can select this seat for free if they want. One drawback is that the recline is very limited here though. There is no in-flight entertainment on this aircraft, which I find crazy. They even use this configuration to serve some European destinations. However, they do have Wi-Fi, power ports, and free streaming entertainment. As you can see here, the legroom isn't at all as good in the regular rows. And one more look at how huge the space is between the seat and the window, which gives you a great sense of freedom and ability to move around your seat. 1 in 2 flights I've taken with United in the past 5 years have had tech issues, and I'm not exaggerating. Frustratingly, this flight was no exception. We pushed back and ended up sitting on the taxiway for an hour with a faulty left engine until we could start up and taxi to the runway. In the meantime, one of the flight attendants really stuck out for her friendliness. Her tone with impatient passengers was just incredible, and she even lent her personal phone charger to someone who needed to charge their phone, which really impressed me. Unlike American, United does not offer food on transcontinental flights in economy class, but they do sell it, and in a way I like this since waste is minimized and the quality of food is usually better. The snack I bought was decently sized, tasty, and healthy. Throughout the flight attendants passed through the cabin frequently, just like on my flight to Lima. Approaching San Francisco, the flight attendants were extremely apologetic about the delay, which we all appreciated. Interestingly though, all other United flights from New York to San Francisco were even more delayed than us that evening. So that was United for you. I really hope you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. As I said in the last video, the sooner I reach 1,000 likes on this video, the sooner I can upload the next review, which will be Delta. And this is one I'm excited to share because Delta was the airline I had flown least before coming into this economy week, so it will be really cool to share my thoughts on them. But yes, please comment what you thought about this. How does my United experience compare to yours? And subscribe so you can keep up to date with future economy week episodes. And lastly, I want to thank all my patrons for making this possible. Economy Week would not happen without your support, and I'm so thankful. So if you want to know how you can get involved to support future Economy Week episodes, please click the link in the description or the card that will appear right up here. I'm pretty sure this is the right direction. But anyway, until I see you all next time, fly safe. A special shout out to Chris, Victor, Martin, Frederick, Andre, Paul, Kim, Sudden, and Tor.